today we're going to be reviewing this makeup brush cleaner. It's a portable, electronic, and automatic brush cleaner. I didn't know these existed. My sister gifted it for me for my birthday, and I'm really appreciative of that. But she loves it. So I am going to show you footage of me trying it out for the first time. But first, I do want to show you what all it includes. It comes with this automatic little remote control that spins your brush, and the technology is that you have this bowl which has dirty, gunky, messy water because I just did the tutorial, but you dip your brush and apply it on the spoolie and put it in here, dunk it in, and then let it spin around in the water, the soapy water, clean it, and then let it air dry in the bowl, and it does it supposedly in 10 seconds. It also comes with this stand with a bunch of barrels to hold your brushes. So, like this one here, I would select the barrel that would fit. I'm going to do the one on the end and push it onto here like this. And then you stick it onto the barrel like that. So, it's really long. I don't know if it's showing all on camera. And then dunk it like so. It will spin. See? And clean it. So it's really cool. I'm going to show you the footage now, and then I'll be right back to show you my thoughts on it. Hey guys, so today I'm going to review this makeup brush cleaner. My sister got it for me for my birthday. It's on Amazon, and I will link it down below. But it comes with this little battery operated tool that spins your brush and cleans it in this mini little bowl, which I just put some soap and water in to clean my brushes, and a bunch of barrels to stick to your brushes no matter what the size is. And then it has a little spindle on the end here to stick to. So I already put a foundation brush on one of these little barrels, and I'm going to stick it on here. It has this little button here that you'll press, but what it says to do first is to dip your foundation brush in the water and basically get it all wet, push it down in there. It's already getting super wet. I'm gonna press the button now. Whoa, you gotta have a firm grip. Whoa, it's spreading those bristles like crazy. If you just gently do the tip, and it says to pull it in and out for 10 seconds so it can gently clean it. I mean, that water got way darker real fast. I'm gonna kind of pull it out just to see if it cleaned it. I feel like it needs a little bit more. Whoa, this could be dangerous, but it's kind of like a little blender. I'm just making sure it gets that very center. It suction cups to the bottom when it's all the way submerged in the water. I hope I'm doing this right. She said it was so easy and that she loved it because it dries very quickly. So then you kind of just let it dry here on top. It says for 10 seconds, but I don't know if I believe that. I'm leaving it in for 20 seconds. I'm watching the timer on my camera to make sure to see if it's dry. You can see it here. It's not in the water, but it's still spinning around. And I just am gently turning it off, letting it do that. Ooh, it is not soaking wet, but I do have to leave it in there longer. So I'm going to turn it on again and let it air dry. Let's see now. Still wet in the center, but the outside doesn't seem to be as wet. I'm just double checking my little instructions over here to make sure. It says, yeah, 10 seconds, but maybe I wet it too much. I'm just gonna let it air dry out of the bowl because maybe that's what was happening, was it was flashing back. I mean, you can feel like a fan of air on it. It is like drying. So crazy. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off real fast. Slowly. Nope, it still needs to dry a little bit more, but this is pretty fast. Like if you want them and you need them right away, I feel like it will dry probably in like 2 minutes. It's already been a minute that I've been trying to get it dry, but I think because I was doing it in the bowl, maybe it wasn't working as fast. You're watching it in real time too. Yeah, the center I can feel is still, but it says you don't want to like mess up your brush, so you want to do it in like 10-second increments. Let it dry more. I think because this is such a dense brush that maybe that's why this isn't working as fast. Oh, it's not fully like clean. I just touched it and there was more. So let me stick it back in there. It's so weird because every time it goes in the water, I feel like it's not spinning around and actually cleaning it. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, you guys. Even reading the instructions, I was like, okay, this looks easy but hard at the same time. No, let's try again. I have it like up. You can kind of see on the bowl that the water's like spreading and drying. I'm turning it off just because I want to make sure that I got it all off. No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to try a different brush real fast. Okay, so this is kind of like a concealer brush that I knew was dirty, so we're going to try this one. I added way more soap at the bottom just in case. I feel like with this one it's working a little bit better. Maybe because it's not as dense or it's just a smaller brush in general. Set for 10 seconds to do it. And I'm just going to let that dry. I'm going to turn it off and see. Oh, wow. This one dried in like a second. So maybe for other ones, like it's completely dry. This one's like ready to be used again. Okay, that's the trick. Okay, now I'm trying a blush brush. It's kind of dense but thick at the same time. So this is kind of like a happy medium between the foundation brush and the other one. It's getting something off because it turned an orangey pink color immediately from the blush color. I also added more soap before I did this one. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry. I'm kind of impatient, so I feel like doing this one by one is annoying, but I feel like if you needed this in a pinch because all your brushes were dirty, but you have to go somewhere and you need just a couple brushes done, this would be awesome. Let's see. That's dry completely and clean. I'm trying to show you guys, but it's clean and it's really, really dry. So I'm just gonna stick the foundation one in one foundation brushes in. Just dunking it. Dunking it. And then I'm just gonna hover it over here for a couple seconds. Eyeshadow brushes would be super fast with this. Like, they'd be done in an instant, so I think that's awesome. Because, like I said, both of these brushes right here dried in 30 seconds. The only one I'm having trouble with is this foundation brush. Okay. Yeah, it's still wet. Still not super clean. I guess maybe because, let me take it off here. I think it's because it has so much product built up from the foundation that this one I wouldn't recommend. It's just so densely packed. But any brushes like this are a go. For giggles, I'm going to do this eyeshadow brush. And I'm letting it dry right here. You can kind of see it moving. I feel like this should only take literally 10 seconds. Yep, already dry. Like, that wasn't even 10 seconds. Fully dry. I'm not kidding. And clean. So, for little brushes or like medium brushes, you are going to love this. The only thing I would stay away from is these kind of like thick, dense brushes. Just use those by hand. But I love this product. I give it a thumbs up. Okay, so hopefully that footage came out good. I think it did, but I know it was blurry seeing the brushes, so I just wanted to show you them up close. This was the one that dried in less than 10 seconds from start to finish, so I think this is amazing for any eye brush just because they're small. And if you need it, like if you're using a really dark shade and then you want to go to a light shade and you realize you don't have a clean brush, they all have some sort of dark eyeshadow on them, and you are in a pinch, this is great because you can do this in 10 seconds and be done and have clean brushes and do whatever eye look you need to do. Or if you forgot to clean your brushes for a client or something like that, if you're a makeup artist, you can clean them really fast. So I like that about it. With these brushes, this concealer brush and this blush brush, I feel like this one's densely packed, but it's really thin. So this dried in that 30-second time from start to finish. So that was awesome. And then the blush brush dried in like 30 to 45 seconds. But I think it's because it's more fluffy. And I feel like most all my brushes in this container are fluffy. Like even this big old powder brush, I feel like will dry really fast because it isn't densely packed. It's really, really fluffy. So is my contour. It's not super, it feels like it's dense, but I think it's just because it has a lot of hair-like bristles, but it's not. It doesn't feel super packed. My only problem was this foundation brush, and even off camera, I tried to clean it. It still has foundation in it, so I think it's just because this one is so densely packed. It's short too, so it makes it really hard for that spinner to actually dry it fast. I don't know. I tried for another 5 minutes and just wasn't working for me. So I feel like this and a beauty blender, I can just wash overnight and not have a problem because I'm used to doing that already. And then I'm only washing my brushes for a couple minutes, letting them dry overnight, while the rest of them can go and work this way. So I feel like this is a good purchase, especially because it's inexpensive. It works fast. It only takes 2 AAA batteries, which isn't bad. It's super powerful, and you can get it on Amazon really quickly. So I don't really see a problem. The only downside was this brush, but if I have to wash these separately anyways, might as well do that. So that's not really like a big deal to me. And I like that it comes with all these like barrels. Take that off, because any brush is gonna fit on this, like any of them. So I really do like that. Maybe with this thicker one, I was supposed to like let it go to the base a little bit more, just because it's like so densely packed, because this one's like a really, really big barrel. But no, I think it's for ones that have like a really fat round bottom, which I don't have a single one to like use this big one. But yeah, that was the only brush that it didn't work with. So I'm just rambling about that. It does come with 2 of these little spoolies too, so if it were to break, I mean, my sister sister says she's had it for a really long time, so it seems to be durable. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if it ever breaks. I'll probably feature it in an empties if it does and be mad about it. But so far, I really like this product. Thank you to my sister for gifting it to me. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little product review. So I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.